Welcome to our first ever podcast episode, ERP Business and Beyond. Cut costs, transform enterprises, empower lives. I'm your host, Vishudiptona Logon. Today, I have the pleasure of hosting a distinguished business leader, our guest, Mr. Mohammad Abdul Hakim Bhuiyan, a British-Bangladeshi Chartered Global Management Accountant, FCMA, CGMA, entrepreneur, and educationist with an impressive 37 years of experience spanning from finance, information technology, and international business. He is the founder of D&H Fashions Limited and Easy ERP Limited in the United Kingdom and Kichai Business Solutions Limited here in Bangladesh. Most notably, he is the visionary behind ERP2ALL, an award-winning ERP solution recognized with Basis National ICT Award in 2018 and the prestigious AICPA CIMA in Innovation of the Year Award. Today, ERP2ALL is being used in 15 countries and around the world. Sir, welcome to the show. It's truly an honor to have you with us today.
Thank you very much, and walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Yes, sir, I'm fine. What about you, sir?
Yes, I am fine. Very, very nice of you to be here, and thank you for inviting me to this session.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Before we actually dive into the technology and ERP, I'd like our audience to know more about the person behind these achievements. Could you briefly share your journey and highlight some of your past professional experiences that shaped who you are today?
Oh, thank you very much. As you already introduced nicely, I would like to thank you again. I started my professional journey when I was the students of Dhaka University. I started with Dhaka Textile, HR Textile, and we launched Pride Shari. Probably it is very popular and known to everybody. Then I moved to Bangladesh Power Development Board. I was heading 5 districts, Jashore, Jinaida, Magura, Norail, Kustia, and a part of Jinaida. Satkira. When I was there, I was working for account finance and commercial operations. So I have gained very good insight of a public organization. Later, I moved to multinational company, BASF, the largest chemical conglomerate in the world. They have got more than 10,000 products. When I was working there, I had a chance to participate in various training, conference, workshop, etc., both at home and abroad. Probably for the 10 years of service with BASF, I had to travel 40 times. So when I was there, I learned first time in my life ERP. It is called SAP. And we spent around 1 billion euro for the license and 3 billion euro for implementation, training, data migration, networking, etc. But I was curious. I had a chance to meet IT head, and I asked him, how much you spend for the software? He told me that for total 4 billion. Again, I asked him, what benefit you got? Then he told me, after 3 years of analysis, they saved around 10 billion euro from the inventory management alone. So it struck me. And I found the software is very helpful, and it is very helpful to manage finance, very helpful to manage supply chain and other complex area of business. But considering the cost, it was beyond imagination for Bangladeshi businessmen to implement software like SAP. So from that day, I was very curious, and I was trying to find out a solution. How can we make the technology cheaper so that a corner shop can afford a ERP software? So that was the thinking process in 2002, 2003. I left BASF in 2006 and migrated to UK. So this is one of the opportunity I got to think again to develop the software. At one point, I appeared for job interview at Sonali Bank, and I know that I obtained at least 90 to 99% mark, but I did not get the appointment letter. After 3 months, I found some of the people has got the appointment letter, and my name was not there, and they made my list at the last, and I got appointment letter after 7 years of my interview. as I was completely sure that I did well, but I did not get the appointment letter. That day I decided, okay, whenever I get a chance, I will create job and I will give the job to the people so that they will not struggle like me. So it was also a driving force to become an entrepreneur. And it is accelerated when I was working with BSF. And when I came to UK and I got some sort of time to think about it. And at one point I met my CTO, Mr. Mohitur Rahman. Actually, without him, I could not achieve ERP2ALL as we are today. So I think in brief, I could give the summary of my background. And during the next communication or next conversation, I will give more information and insight on that. Thank you.
So every successful journey comes with obstacles, right? So what were some of the biggest challenges in the early days that you have faced?
Okay, life is not simple and straightforward. It is always, there is a ups and down. And as usual, I have been going through numerous ups and downs in my journey. First obstacle was to get a appropriate technology. Second obstacle was to get appropriate person with me to do the job. Third obstacle was the finance. So if you start something, nobody will believe you, nobody will trust you. Even my university friends, my colleagues, and my professional colleagues from ICMA, Dhaka University, IBA, and as well as Dhaka University Finance Department, plus my service life, everybody was discouraging. Don't try to do this. It's a huge job. It's a very expensive job. You need severe amount of money to invest for that venture. Don't go. So it's popularly known as, if you want to do something, people will try to pull you back. So I had been through all the way, but I was determined, I was dedicated. No, if I get a chance, I will make it happen. And that dedication is actually the output you are seeing today.
That's great. That's great. Actually, it's the people that hold us back, but being a leader. What leadership principles continue to grow your decisions today?
I was always democratic. Whenever I try to do anything, I discussed with colleagues, friends, and other people. I took opinion from each and everybody, but at the end, I was strict on my decision. But I adjust something based on their advices. That's why I could overcome many problems I have faced. I'll give one example later. What difficulties I faced when I started commercially with Lafarge Holcim, BSRM, the big clients at Bangladesh during COVID period of time.
Sure, we are eager to hear that. So as we transition to technology part, technology evolves rapidly, right? So what motivates you to keep innovating after nearly 4 decades of professional experience, right?
Innovation is the key. Innovation is not that you need to invent everything. There are many things, if you can combine and if you can utilize, if you can add value, then it will become another innovation. Even if you are not inventing anything, but you are combining multiple invention and do something differently, then it will also treat as another kind of innovation. Say, for example, if you use one particular machinery to produce something, and another people who is trying to change a little bit of the technology and can produce goods at a cheaper price or cheaper cost, then it is also one kind of innovation. So if market is competitive and it will remain as competitive, so you need to compete with either by better performance, better features, or by cost. And at a given level of productivity, if you can reduce your cost, that means you can offer your product at a lower price. So in that case, you can grab better market, more market than your competitor. So without innovation, you can't survive many more days. Other people will take the lead and push you back, and they will go forward. So that's why you need to adapt change. You need to adapt technology all the times. Try to bring innovativeness. Whenever there is a change, try to adapt it. So this is the way I have been doing since I started this venture.
That's great to hear, sir. As many young people dream of building their own companies like us, so what advice would you give to aspire new entrepreneurs? Like, what dream you want to instill in them?
Okay, if you ask me to advise a new entrepreneur, my first advice will be to identify a problem. People are not buying your product. People are buying a solution. So if you can correctly identify a problem and then try to make a solution and offer them a solution better than others or unique, then people will buy your product. So first of all, no matter which area you are working on, try to solve a problem. And then continuously pursue it with consistency, execute in a disciplined way, and consistent perseverance in every endeavor will give you the momentum and you will be successful. In the business, you can buy and sell anything and earn a margin. But if you want to be an innovator, you need to add value. Without adding value, you can't do anything. So my suggestion is don't merely be a businessman. Strive to be an entrepreneur who creates holistic value through innovation, unwavering dedication, disciplined execution, and consistent perseverance in every endeavor.
Wise words, sir. Wise words. I hope our audience is taking notes. So let's move on to the next segment of this show. Let's talk about Kichai Business Solutions Limited and the product that has become the flagship offering, ERP2ALL. When you started the company, what specific business problem you were trying to solve as you were advising new people to identify the problem? Sir.
Okay, when I was working at BSF with the SAP team, SAP implementation team, for the first time in Bangladesh history. Prior to that, actually, SAP or ERP was not implemented in any organization in Bangladesh. BSF, Aventis Pharma, Novartis, they have started the SAP implementation to simplify their business process into an integrated software so that they can avoid duplication, they can take timely informed decision because of the information availability. So when I was working with SAP, I found it very helpful to perform, to execute, even to maintain the deadline. But the cost was very, very high. And I identified 4 specific problems when I was working with SAP. Number 1, it is expensive. So I need to do something which is affordable to the mass businesses. Number 2, the training to the employees. It was time consuming in one hand and also expensive. That time, 18,000 pounds sterling per module. Can you imagine? 18,000 pounds per module. With the same money, you can pursue your graduation. 3 years, 4 years graduation with the same money during that time. So only learning a module cost you equivalent to a graduation. So that was another challenge. So I thought, okay, I need to make training and learning cheaper, even free. And time should not be so long to learn the software. So this was the second problem. Third problem was, that we used to do manually, or sometimes we use Lotus 123, which is now similar to Excel. And also we use sometimes a particular software or module either to do accounting, bookkeeping, or another one to raise the invoices, another one to maintain the inventory. So we had to use multiple software. So you think about the multiple software. If one customer you are giving a delivery, then you need to make a delivery note. So you need to write or type the name and address once. And whenever you are making another money receipt from another software, then again you need to type your customer name and address. Whenever you are raising invoice another from using another software, you need to write down his name and address again. So no matter how many times he is buying from you, you need to make the documents in his name. But if you have one particular software, it means you can enter the information one into the system and use it whenever it is needed. Just drop down and select, something like this, or search and select. So it helps you to reduce your execution time, turnaround time. That means you can avoid duplication. So that was the advantage. And how you can do it? Only you can do it if there is an integrated software. So it was also a problem to make everything integrated into a single software. And technology is also very important. Now, during that time, the technology was very expensive. As I mentioned, that the ERP price was very high. And last but not the least, if you appoint one employee today, after 3-4 months of training, another company will ask him with double price to leave the company. And then you need to appoint another one and train him. And it is normal phenomena that employee turnover was very high. So how to reduce the turnover so that the employer is unaffected? That's why I try to address this problem in a way. So our software will be something like Microsoft Word or Excel. So people can click and perform their task without memorizing anything. So whenever they are leaving office, they don't need to take away anything to their head to their home. That's why we turn the software from code base to window base, so that people can play and work. Whenever click on the italic I, the word become italic. Whenever click on the bold B, the word is bold. Something like this. So we try to make user friendly. So now you can understand the challenges I faced at my early stages, and I overcome all of the problems now.
That's so nice to hear, sir. For those who are hearing about it for the first time, what exactly is Kichai Business Solutions Limited, and what is its mission?
Okay, you know that in any business you need to invest. Not only technology, you need to invest on people as well. But at the very beginning, I did not have enough money. So what I did, I personally took the initiative to work beyond my normal duty. That means the bread and butter earner in another business. And also I had to appoint people. Instead of appointing 10 people together, I appoint 1 people and started working together for a couple of years. So it took longer time, but we did not do any commercial operation that time. Only development. So my colleague, he worked from his home. I worked from my home. So it was a very small arrangement. And gradually, we moved to appoint 1 or 2 people, again 1 or 2 people, something like this. So once the main backbone is developed, then we started commercialization. So at the beginning, to accumulate everything, we use as a sole dictatorship name like Kichai IT Services since 2009. And then we registered the company as Kichai Business Solutions Limited in 2022 to obtain other legal documentation like copyright, trademark registration, membership from the basis, VAT registration from the National Board of Revenue, TIN from the NBR, and also subsequently other compliance document. That's why we registered the company in 2022. Still now it's a small company. Myself is a main owner, and my colleague Muhitur Rahman, he is also a shareholder director. So we are only two until now. But now we are thinking to expand our business and bring more value added investor who can actively participate and help us as well. So this is the story of Kichai Business Solutions Limited. Within this short period of time, we earned revenue, and we also paid VAT. And 30th June this year, we got appreciation from National Board of Revenue as a prestigious taxpayer. So that is our achievement of Kichai Business Solutions Limited so far. And okay, there are many stories to tell. We'll go one by one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's really good to hear, sir. Now, what market gap did actually ERP2ALL aim to address?
Okay, you know that Bangladesh has got around 11 million small and medium enterprises, and it is the driving force of our economy. Most of the employment are generated from this sector. But still, within this sector, only 2 to 3% are using technology to run their business, like big conglomerate who can afford ERP software. Apart from this, around 70% businesses are using Excel, or to the some extent small software like Tally. And Tally can serve a little in accounting side, but not in operation side. In any businesses, there are three complex areas. Number one, you need to manage your business operation. Business operation again varies from business to business. A law firm and a trading house and a manufacturing organization or a non-government organization, NGO, or charitable organization, they have their own business model and the complexity. So business operation is a complex thing, and then managing the human resources is another complex area, and also compliance issue is very severe. If you can't manage your human resources with compliance, then you will be penalized. And another complex area is the finance. If you make any mistake in between to manage your business, say for example, you are financing your working capital from long-term loan, that is not appropriate. Even if you finance your long-term capital investment like machinery from your working capital loan or overdraft, that is also not right. If you do this, your cash flow will be a problem at one point, and you will be just out of the business due to the cash flow crisis. That's why to actually handle this thing, still we are far behind. Market gap is huge. Even we can't think to cover 5% of the market size within next 5 years. Now you can imagine what is the gap and how big is the gap in the market.
Yes, sir. So the market gap is huge. We actually can comprehend that. So there are many ERP solutions available globally, right? So what makes ERP2ALL different from others?
Okay, as I told you earlier, we have 3-4 uniqueness in comparison with other ERP software. Number one, we are expert in compliance. Our software is supporting more than 15 countries at this moment. That means 15 countries mean 15 different taxation. One single ERP software covering 15 different taxation through configuration is rare in this world. If you even use SAP, you need to customize using their business partner for a particular country to handle. But our software itself, just changing the configuration, you can satisfy many countries. And even a new countries added, we only need to work on maximum 5% of changes. Then we can also adjust. So this is our uniqueness. Another uniqueness is our software is user friendly. You don't need to memorize anything. If you even leave your company or leave your employer, another person can come and immediately join using our video lesson or using our user manual or talking to senior colleagues. So you don't need to spend time 2-3 months to learn the module and then start working. You can, after 1 hour, you can start working. So this is another uniqueness. And cost-wise, most probably we are the cheapest in the world. Nobody can beat in terms of cost because our cost base is very low. We started from our own home, not even spending money for rent. So you can now imagine our status, our position.
Those are some great advantages, sir. So how does ERP2ALL help businesses achieve a true 360-degree operational view?
As I already mentioned, the main purpose is to use the features in a shared manner, irrespective of the device, irrespective of the geographical location, irrespective of the business model. So if you can distribute your work, that means your workload is distributed and you don't need to take any stress. Whenever a salesman working in the remote area or in the customer side enter into software using his mobile or tab, see the inventory level, he can immediately take the order from the customer that, okay, we have so much inventory in hand, so he can place order. He can also check the customer ledger, so he can pursue the credit collection. Last 3 invoices are not yet paid. If you don't pay the invoices, we can make another delivery to you. So he is operating at the field level, controlling the credit. At the same time, he is also selling. And at the head office, they can monitor whether he is working, at what place he is working, is he absent or he is not working. And also in the warehouse, they can monitor how much order has come from Sylhet, how much order come from other districts, and what is the total volume. And they can plan their delivery accordingly, whether they will go for multiple truck or they will go for courier service, or they can send one truck with 10 customers' product together. So they can also reduce their inventory. The accounts people can see whether goods are sold, invoices are raised, money is collected. Finance people can see the cash in and out, the cash movement. Senior management can see key performance indicator on the dashboard. So everybody is engaged and nobody is required to ask other people, give this, that, or something like this. It is already in the system. It is already available. So this way it can handle.
Understood, sir. So
you can say that. Sorry, I forgot to mention, as you mentioned, 360 degree. So this is the 360 degree. That means everybody is seeing their own area. So for one particular area, you don't need to ask other people to give the information. So everybody is working. The whole workforce is working based on their position, based on their role. They can manage easily. That's why it is called 360 degree view.
Yes, sir. So everybody has their own bird's eye view of their own work and what's happening around them. So it comes to a question that which industries benefit most from ERP2ALL?
Okay, but if you consider the business in general, more than 80% business are only trading and service. So it is straightforward. The business model is simple. Only 20% business model are something complex manufacturing, multi-stage manufacturing, or doing a combination of different business model. So in that case, we need some sort of customization or development. Otherwise, 80% business can use easily without further development, only by configuration. So business-wise, trading and service are already benefited, and manufacturing organization can also be benefited with 5% or 10% extra modification.
So that's actually an add-on for them. Okay, talking about add-ons and modules, among all the modules available, which ERP2ALL modules are currently most popular among clients?
Okay, it depends on the nature of the business, but most of the businesses are very much interested to make their basic right. And how to do that? The accounting is their basic module. If accounting module can handle inventory, if accounting module alone can handle receivable and payables, and also generate necessary report with cash flow, it is sufficient for more than 70% businesses. That's why accounting module is more popular. And then come to the second. If you are working with more than 10 people or more than 20 people, then you need to maintain payroll and human resource management based on the number of employees. So second popular module is the human resource management and payroll. And third module is actually who has got a manufacturing, so they need production module. And then fourth is who is export oriented, need LC management. So it depends actually.
Actually, it depends on the view and the nature of the business.
Right.
Okay, so as organizations grow, scalability becomes crucial. How does ERP2ALL support business growth and expansion?
Okay, our software is designed in a way you can use what you need. Say, for example, you are a very, very small, just startup. You need to capture your day-to-day transaction only. So you can start with the basic accounting. When you grow, then you can go for add-on. Say, for example, your business was micro. Now your business become VAT registered. So then you can add the VAT functions on your total requirement. If you need to prepare payroll, then you can add payroll. If you have 10 people, you can start with the basic. If you have 50 people, you can start the standard. If you have 100 people, then you can go for a premium. So it is already scalable, and you only need to subscribe only what is needed. You don't need to subscribe the whole software and pay more money. No, it is just pay as you go based on your use. That's why it is scalable and helping other businesses to scale their business as well. Because if they are growing, then software will also grow, or if software use is growing, they will also grow. So it is a shoulder to shoulder affair. They don't need to spend money unnecessarily. So it is already scalable for their need.
So the scalability is on a need basis, right? So
yes.
Looking ahead, what is your long-term vision for both KBSL and ERP2ALL?
Long-term vision is to make people's life more and more simpler. So we started using AI in different areas where we can. For an example, if you need to analyze your data to make a presentation to investor, the AI can generate data from our system accordingly. If you want to present this to income tax authority, AI can help you from the ERP software to give you the information exactly as per requirement of the National Board of Revenue. If you want to recruit people and sort the CVs using AI instead of manual or one by one sorting, it can also help in that way. So you now understand what I mean.
Yes, definitely do, sir. As we move to the next segment of our show, everybody is depending on disruptive technologies, digital transformations for the future. Digital transformation has become one of the most discussed topic in business today, right? So my question for you is, from your perspective, what are the biggest operational challenges organizations currently face in this digital era?
Okay. AI certainly a disruptive technology at this moment, but it has got also limitation. If you don't have your basic right, AI can't help you. AI can help you only for the repetitive nature of work, like receptionist, like bookkeeping, like payroll processor. But whenever there is a strategic decision making scenario, whenever you need to do something strategic, then you can take the help of AI, but you need to use your judgment to take the final decision. AI can't take the decision. AI only give input, and you need to think it is a tool. However, AI can't make you redundant. But if you don't know AI, you are making yourself redundant for some areas. Technology is there, disruption will be there, and it was always there in the past as well. But the rate and the speed is now beyond imagination. So you need to study, you need to keep your eyes open all the times to learn, to adapt, and change yourself accordingly in line with the technological changes.
Wise words, sir, wise words. Adaptation is the key, right?
Yes.
So why do so many businesses still rely on spreadsheets and disconnected systems despite the availability of modern solutions?
Actually, there are two things. One is they are scared of their secrecy. Sometimes they are scared to disclose their dishonesty. So there are many reasons actually to remain with the disconnected system. There are good point and there are bad point. Good point is whenever they are disconnected, it doesn't mean they don't know the benefit of this, but probably affordability is a question, or they are managing something else. They are not giving priority because of some other challenges they are facing at this moment. However, we are still behind. Most of the peoples are scared about the technological changes. That's why they are isolated. They are not taking the advantage. But due to the technological changes and communication technology, peoples are aware and they are learning and they're adapting more and more. And in the future, they will adapt more because once they know the benefit of having integrated software instead of disconnected one, they will certainly come to this point, because it will give little bit extra burden, but it helps to solve many other problems they are already facing. So once they are aware of this, they will come to this integrated software.
What hidden costs do companies incur by continuing in manual processes as we are speaking?
Of course, if you do a manual work and if you make a mistake, then you need to make it correct, right? So if you want to make it correct, you need to spend more time to make a correction. So this is one. Second is, for any manual mismatch, or if you missing anything, it will create a chaos. And if you are in the chaos, there is a chance to lose your customer, lose your business, and in the long term, you will be out of the business. So the cost of correcting mistake is expensive, always. So, manual work and its disadvantage will surpass the advantage if you come to the integrated software. You can avoid chaos and give more focus on the business side rather than managing operation side. So you need to come to this, and the people who are doing manual now, they will gradually come to automation.
Once they know that prevention is better than cure, I'm sure they're going to transition from it. So,
Yes.
Talking of transition or transformation, many transformation projects fail despite substantial investments. Why does that happen?
Okay. Actually, it's a very vast area. Within this short period of time, I can't cover everything, but I am giving you one example. When you heard from somebody that they invested huge amount of money to automate, but they failed and declared it as redundant, it is not fault from the software. It is the management lack of management commitment. They were ready to spend money only, but they did not take the responsibility whether the software we are selecting is right, the peoples we are making the committee for implementation is right, whether the technology partner who we selected as a vendor is right for the company, whether the modules we selected is right for the company, or was it wise to start all the modules together, or it was wise to start one module at a time and add another module after that, like a waterfall process. So it is not the management alone, it is not the people alone, it is not the vendor alone, it is the combined shoulder to shoulder work to make it success. So I think if somebody is spending huge amount of money and ended up with redundancy, there must be a management problem. There was a lack of management commitment, because management commitment is the key. If management is committed, they will think to include right people in a right place, right vendor to give the services, and also right amount of money, so that there will be no hiccup. You got the point? It is not
Yes, sir.
it is not the fault of the software, it is the management problem.
So, right on this topic, what should organizations do before implementing an ERP system?
Before implementing, they need to assess their need. If it is a startup, they don't need ERP software. They need only a small accounting module. So accounting module is available in the market. They don't need expensive ERP. If they are big enough, if their operation is complex, if they are dealing with many people in the payroll, if they manage a complex production process, if they manage a complex supply chain, to manage this, they need software, ERP software. So who will actually assess? It's not necessarily they need to have right person in their own team. They can hire right people from outside as a consultant to assess and to advise them whether they need ERP is the first point. Second point, if they need it, what types of and which modules they need, what are the requirement, and what are the complex area they need to handle first, and then which vendor will be better? Is it local vendor or it is a foreign vendor? If it is a foreign vendor, whether they will be flexible enough to respond whenever there is a problem, there is a bug, there is a policy changes of the government, compliance issue is there. So in that case, they need to consider each and every point so that at the end, they will not get any hiccup. You got the point? So
Yes, sir.
need assessment and taking action accordingly is the right way, right approach.
Actually, I think the current situation is the way to go. As we transition from a manual to a system, ERP system-based digital transformation, how important is change management during the implementation, sir?
Okay. Say you are sending goods by sea using one particular route. Your cost will be something, and if you change your route and use other shipping lines, your cost must change in a higher or lower direction. So if you can save money just changing the mode of shipment or the route, it means you need to change your process. So based on the requirement, based on the benefit and the cost, you need to change your SOP. SOP is the procedure or the process through which you operate. And this is called change management. And to do the change management, you better to involve all the stakeholders. Say accounting people, working with supply chain people, working with procurement people, working with production people. If you get involved everybody, they can raise their perspective, they can raise their context. If you take decision based on their context, then it will give you a better solution, cost-effective solution, and help you to make your operation efficient. So this way you can do the change management, and change management is the key for a successful transition.
And as we spoke before about AI, how is AI changing enterprise software?
AI is a tool. You say, for example, if you use a lever to push something upward from first floor to second floor, you use lever. Why you are using lever? To get the leverage, to get the advantage. So why you use the plier? Why you use the hammer? Every tool has got their specific purpose, right? So AI is also a tool. You can leverage it to make your software better. In the past, if you develop one particular feature, you may write hundreds pages of programming to do this. But if you take the help from AI, you may end up with only one page code, because the AI can explore the best possible program for your software development. So in that case, your developer can get the advantage to develop the software much faster and easier way. So this is the way actually you can use the AI, but AI will never be your substitute.
How do you see AI integrated with ERP systems in the future?
Yeah, it is already integrated in most of the softwares now. There are many scope, and more scope will come. It starts with the development, and then you can use this for automation. Say for example, if you buy, or a company is buying hundreds of things every day and need to enter every invoices one by one into the system, it takes longer time to do that, right? But AI now can parse the information from a document like PDF version or a screenshot or a picture, then extract the text from the picture, then use mathematical algorithm, which is called robotic process, and using the mathematical algorithm, it classifies the data. Say what is the invoice number, what is the invoice date, who was the supplier, what was the product, what was the quantity, what was the rate per piece or per unit, and what is the value, what was the rate of tax, what is the amount of tax, what was the credit period, etc., and put it into Excel or CSV format. Then system can easily input and enter the data into the system. Instead of spending 5 minutes per document, it can be done in 5 seconds. So now you understand how AI can help in entering data into ERP software. Say you have full-fledged financial statement, profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and auditor's report, etc., paging 48. So 48 pages document you have now. You are a finance director. After 1 hour, you need to present the financial performance to your board. How you can do that? You can just ask ChatGPT or DeepSeek, could you please make a short summary in 1 page of the financial status of this organization? It can extract data from PDF statement and do it instantly in few minutes, and then you can present your data into the board meeting. So now you can see how AI can help you.
Exactly, sir. AI is so disruptive that is changing our mindset right now. And I would like to ask one thing. What business and technology trends should leaders pay close attention to over the next 5 years in the future from now?
There are the information technology is not only the one technology who is disrupting. There are many other technologies also disrupting in manufacturing, in environment, in financial sector. So technology is not only the things. Other than technology, there is a machine learning. There is a many other things. So in that case, based on the nature of your business, or you are in that segment, you need to closely monitor changes are coming and try to learn and adapt it in your everyday life, specifically in your own area.
So based on the nature of the business again.
Based on the nature of the business. Not all changes or disruption will affect everybody.
Yes, sir. Correct. That is correct. What does the future of enterprise technology look like from your perspective?
The enterprise technology will be changing, but it will not change that much. Do you know why? Because you are already using one particular software, it is called enterprise resource planning, and making all the data in a structured form. So from structured form, AI can do less. AI can do more if it is unstructured, if it is an ocean of data, then AI can analyze the data, find out the trend, similarities, dissimilarities, pattern, which can advise you better than structured data. So from the structured data, you can get the advantage of using AI. You can make your life better, but from unstructured data, AI can help you even more. The software itself making all the data structured, isn't it?
Yes.
So labor is here, you will get, but unstructured data you will get more, which is humanly
So
based.
yes, sir. So as we move to the final segment of our show, we want to talk about the customer success and leadership advice. Let's talk about impact. Can you share a memorable client success story that demonstrates the value that ERP2ALL creates?
Okay, ERP2ALL, actually from the day one, I told you I had a specific objective. Instead of helping somebody with money, which will be finished after 2-3 days or after a month, by spending money for various purposes, I would like to give the knowledge and skill to students, to business community, so that they can utilize this knowledge and skill and use this for their day-to-day operation and use this until end of their life. So it is a long-term benefit will bring to the students. If you even Google it, what is the benefit of ERP software to the students? Just student with ERP and student without ERP knowledge has got initial salary half and double. That means if you don't know the ERP, whatever you are getting, a student who know ERP just can join with the double the salary. So see the benefit from the student's perspective. A student who is learning from the university textbook and few assignment are not aligned to the industry. But if he know the ERP software, that means he know about the business. He has got the 360-degree knowledge. Whenever he is facing interview, he can explain better than other people. An employer is always keen to have somebody who know the business, who know the business process. So possibility to have a job is far, far better than one who doesn't know the ERP. So this is the perspective from the student. Then second perspective from the employer. They can make their entrepreneurial journey simple and better. They can control their cost, they can improve their efficiency and productivity, and they can compete and they can expand. So this is the perspective from the employer's point of view. The management, who is the CFO, CEO, and holding other positions in the organization as a decision maker, they're getting every information readily available to their hand, so they can take instant decision, informed decision. So this is also benefit to them. And if people are working, organization are using, management is taking decision based on the information, then all combined effort will help them to grow further. And if they can grow further, that means they can generate more revenue, they can pay more taxes, they can hire more people, they can even pay more taxes to the national exchequer. And this way, country as a whole will be benefited. Another point is, say for example, nowadays we know from our banking system that few people having the most wealth in our country, and there are corrupted people who has taken a substantial amount of money from our banking system. If there is a software like ERP software, and if there is a access from the bank who can monitor the bank ledger, a person who is borrowing a huge amount of money from the bank can't simply buy Pajero car on the following day, hampering the business operation. He can't transfer the money to other country instantly if there is a mechanism. So if a bank force their client to use ERP software as a mandatory, otherwise we will not provide you 70% loan, and they can monitor sitting at their office, so people can't transfer the money dishonestly to other country. So they can also protect the corruption. So it has got a severe impact on our financial management system, public finance management system, micro, whatever way you can define. So what to say? It has got many benefits. You can find many disadvantages, but you can find many advantages of enterprise software.
It's like handing the correct tools to the handyman for future performance.
Right.
So, what measurable improvements have customers achieved after implementing ERP2ALL?
Okay. I can tell you pain point of any organization. Whatever you are doing in supply chain area, whatever you are doing in human resources area, whatever you are doing in marketing area, whatever you are doing in sales area, whatever you are doing in other areas, everything at the end reflected through the accounts. If your bottom line is green, that means you are doing good. If your bottom line is red, that means you are not doing good. If everybody is working at their high potential using the software, that means nothing can't go wrong. If even there is a possibility to have something wrong, it will immediately be notified, giving a signal from the system. Even if you use AI, it can also catch the anomalies and instantly give you the light, so that you can take appropriate measure. That means you can minimize your risk. You can save from a disaster. And in that way, you can do better. Right?
Yes.
So, future is very bright. Without using integrated software, I think they will come very soon. Nobody can think about doing anything manual. Because if you do manual, you will be fall behind. Your competitor will be going up and up at the pinnacle of success. So can you actually bear this loss? No. So you need to
No,
come
sir.
to the system as well.
Yes. So it's going to be an inseparable part for any business from now on, right?
Yes.
So, what type of customer feedback makes you feel the most proud?
Okay. We have many example, and most of the ERP implementer reported that more than 70% failed at their implementation stage for many reasons. But 30% who could implement ERP software, they are getting benefit. Instead of leaving office at 10, they can leave at 5. Because of availability, irrespective of geographical location or devices, they can work from anywhere. So they are getting flexibility. They can spend time to their children. They can spend time with their loved one. So in that case, they are having a better life. So from our customer, when they can leave their office on time, it means a lot. And I got many personal gratefulness from them. So it makes me happy and force me to do more and more in this area. In future, I will collect some of the testimonial for you to share whenever I get time.
Sure, sir. It will be great to hear, sir. Looking forward to it. So, the ease of life you are actually targeting for your customers. As we again move to the topic of implementation, and as you have stated before, like any startup shouldn't invest in ERP when it comes to larger operations or anything like that. Then you can consider for ERP
No,
implementation.
actually,
So my question.
I asked them to start using even with a small part of the ERP software accounting, with the basic accounting, but start from the day one. Whatever you need, don't go for full ERP. Start with a small part. Make your financial life discipline from the day one, so you can't do wrong. You know that the startup companies, 90% died within 3 years of starting their operation. 90%, and mostly due to mismanagement of finance. So I suggest start with the finance module, only the basic bookkeeping and accounting, but start from day one, so your money is well spent. And gradually whenever you are growing, no problem.
Yes, sir. It's like on the need basis, as we spoke before. When is the right time to invest ERP? Does that answer this question? Actually?
From the day one, but part by part. Ultimately, you will be growing. You will add whenever and how much is needed. But start from the day one. I think we don't need to wait for the day to come. If they start from day one, they will be growing because their cost will be reducing because of the software use. They will get the leverage, and once they are growing, they are adding. Once they are growing, they are adding. So gradually they are moving towards full ERP, and by this time they are become big as well. So it's a simultaneous journey, not mutually exclusive event. It's a event which you can run side by side.
Sir. So, what should organizations look for when selecting an ERP partner?
They need to think about their service level. If after-sale service is not ensured, they should not take that vendor. Number one. If costs are not competitive, they should not go for that. If the technology are not modern, they should not go for that. If they are not compliant, I mean they are not locally operable with the local law and act, then you don't go for a good reputable foreign vendor even, because they are not fulfilling your requirement. They are fulfilling they are upholding your image, not the operation. So you need somebody who is experienced, who can handle your local laws. And price will also be considered, and the after-sale service guarantee is also very important. So who can provide all of this, then select on the basis of that.
As we speak of red flags while choosing ERP partners, what are the most common mistakes businesses should avoid during implementation?
My suggestion is not to dream big from the day one. Okay, within next 3 months, we will implement 100% of the ERP. Then if you start with the if there is a lack of coordination, the whole project will fail. Better start one module after one. So I am asking them to use one by one, not using the Big Bang theory. Use gradual, one by one, waterfall module. Then success rate will be higher.
So you suggest gradual saturation between the workflow and
gradual addition of module, not at a time.
So as someone who has led businesses, built products and mentored students, what advice would you give to business leaders for preparing for the future? Students are the cornerstones, right? They're the dreamers. They want to be the future, right?
Right.
So what is the advice for them from your perspective?
All right. So if it is the students, as I told you at the very beginning, they need to do analysis or do some R&D to identify a specific problem. which is uh, which is coming from the community or the particular segment. Then try to solve the problem so that people will buy the service, not the product alone. So if they start with anything and they are buying and selling, it is called business, not the entrepreneurship. So if they want to be entrepreneur, they need to add value. When they can add value, when there is a problem, they can solve. And second thing, they need to see whether it is scalable. If it is a problem of a small segment, they can't grow. They can make it bigger. If it can be scalable, then they can only grow. So now first thing is to identify problem. Second thing is to find out a solution. Third thing is to analyze the future prospect, whether it is scalable or not. If it is scalable, then he can go far beyond imagination. And
As we move to
and upon doing this, he need to be dedicated. He can't be doing a big job as a part-timer. So he need to be focused, dedicated, with intention to reach, no matter how long and what way he need to go there. Sometimes he will have a problem, need to think and solve it and go forward, only forward. Okay.
Thank you, sir. As we move closer to the end of our session today, sir, before we conclude today's discussion, I would like to ask one final question, if you don't mind. From your perspective, what one message you would like to deliver to the future generation of entrepreneurs, business leaders, and future innovators of Bangladesh?
Okay, innovator or not an innovator, who will be doing, even who will be buying innovation or who will be supporting innovation, they are all entrepreneurs because they are adding value to the society. So my suggestion will be to them to again to be focused. Only focused thing can be easily achievable. If you do multiple things at a time, there is a possibility of failure. But if you focus to a particular invention, particular product, or particular entrepreneurship journey, then you will be successful. And in any businesses, you may be good at one discipline. Like if you are good in product manufacturing, you are a good engineer. No invention in this world will sustain if there is no commercialization. So if you invent something, at the same time you need to think about the commercialization. If you don't understand the commercialization, consult with a person who is well equipped with the commercialization, or bring somebody as a partner who is good at commercialization. That means innovation is nothing if it is not supported by commercialization. And commercialization, what does it mean? Commercialization is the demand or desire to have that by the people, by the customer. So this is the second thing. And third thing, also very important, they need to be financially equipped with the knowledge. Otherwise, they can hire or they can bring a partner to their board who can manage, who can understand and manage finance. So finance, then commercialization, and then innovation, if run together, work together, then there is every possibility of having a successful business in the future. You got the point?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
So this marks the end of our show. Thank you very much, Mr. Mahmoud Abdul Hakim Bhuiyan, the main mastermind behind ERP2ALL, for joining us today, for sharing your valuable insights, experiences, and vision with us. Your journey from finance and multinational leadership to entrepreneurship, innovation, and education is truly inspiring. Again, thank you for joining us, even after having a very hectic schedule.
Really nice. It is really nice. I enjoyed all the way. And with the short preparation, I think we could do better. Maybe we will do better in the future with many more podcasts. And okay, let me know whenever you need anything from me.
Yes.
I will always try to support you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you to our audience for joining us today in our first ever podcast of ERP Business and Beyond. Cut costs, transform enterprises, empower lives.